Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pag Nasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
What's up, you fucks? Pag Nasty here with my main man, Spicy Brown. How you doing, brother?
Oh, dude, I'm doing awesome, man. How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing fucking fantastic. I know it's been a while since we've had a podcast, Nasties, but if you can't tell by the sound of it, this is a prison call number 2. Schedules just doesn't work out living 3 hours away or 3 hours from each other. So, but yeah. we got some shit lined up at the end of October. I think Halloween weekend we're going to be in BDC Studios knocking out a bunch, and hopefully that we'll have one out one a week until the end of November. And if the dates work out, which we're almost positive it will, we'll knock out a bunch at the end of November. So hopefully we could take it at least to the end of the year for sure, come the end of October. Do this one prison call, maybe get another one in. Just depends on how everything goes. So how's that schedule sound to you there, Spicy?
Oh, my God, dude, that sounds fucking good, and I know we're going to make it happen. The date in October, the pre-Halloween, recently we have a mutual friend that's deploying. They're going to Romania. It's a big deal. They're going to Europe. They're going to be fine. But it was an excuse to have a get-together, so he had a going-away party. So a lot of the Army guys were there. We were hanging out. It was a really good time. Two and me and Pag Nasty's good friends were like, we want to come on the podcast, and we want to come on together. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we could get both of those guys on right before Halloween and do a Halloween podcast, maybe tell some scary stories. We might not have time for that because both of those dudes are highly entertaining, and we can't wait to get them on the podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking blast. I don't know when that one will come out because I think we're gonna try to do one before that, put it out that weekend. So that one might
for sure,
be the following week and shit. But I mean, obviously
that might be 2 weeks. Later, actually, if it's the second one, we do that Saturday. But
yeah.
Either way, we got shit planned. Sorry we can't get together. Like the prison calls, this is only our second one, and I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I need to be looking at you in the face. I need to have you in BDC Studios.
I think that's like the best part is like the magic that we make, like with our
Absolutely.
eyes, is like what makes the podcast a podcast. So, and people can hear it. People are like, I like the prison calls, but you guys not there physically touching each other. It's,
right.
You could tell.
Tell. Absolutely, dude. No, we got, like I said, Nasty and Friends, we got shit planned. Do not give up. Like, we're going to be back. We got dates lined up. We got different guests lined up. We'll see what shakes out, but yeah, it's going to be good shit coming up in the near future.
Excuse me there. Yeah, it's going to be fucking, it's going to be awesome. So, I guess one thing that we put out on social media that you guys know we've been talking about, we talked to Troy, and he's the guy who runs our online stuff, and we just don't have. I know the people listen, and that's great. But since we started it up, like our merchandise store online since last January, we've only had like 4 orders, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's. Shirts are, they can be kind of expensive, and it's your money, so I don't blame you. And thanks to everybody who's bought and stuff,
Absolutely, absolutely.
Troy's worked his ass off, Troy and Trevor, so thanks to them for doing it. But I think the store's going to be going away, so I think probably at the end of September here, so maybe within like the next week, this will be going out here soon. So hopefully if you guys want to get your gear, definitely get it now. While you can. So we're still going to be pumping away though. No doubt.
Sure.
We're not going to slow down by any means, so we're just going to keep it going.
Hell yeah.
We're not trying to get famous or anything, but
ain't no stopping this. No, but yeah, with the shirt store, so how it went down is we merged with them. Like as we were starting a podcast, when I met them, they were a week into their mom and pop store that they have. And they loved the idea of the podcast, and I loved the idea of having like a mom and pop store, in working with us instead of going to somebody off the internet and doing, printing shirts off.
Right.
So it worked out good, but we spent a lot of time on designs, me and you both. I spent a lot of time there. One day I spent like 9 hours there just designing, getting shirts ready.
Yeah.
And then we designed multiple shirts, and then they just they just weren't selling. And I know it's tough. Times are hard. Shirts are expensive. We're not telling anybody to buy shirts, but you know, we would like to support if you would do that. But so right now they're going from Gildan to Fruit of the Loom, and they're like, we would have to switch over your store, and that would take time. And right now it just looks like it wouldn't be worth the time because people aren't buying shirts.
Right.
So I said, well, give us to the end of the month. We'll push it again. We'll push it hard on social media. We'll push it on the podcast because the podcast is still going. We got tons of people who are giving us support, you know, listening. But
yeah, the 10s to 20s.
Yeah. Since that day, and I talked to you, and you're like, yeah, let's push it. We pushed it again, and I've had multiple people say, hey, I'm going to buy a shirt. And I know it sucks. You got to get on there. You got to create a login. Yeah, we're not going to get rich off the shirts. We're going to make $5. We make $5 off of every shirt, and now those just go back to the computer, the website. We got to pay yearly, the microphones, all that maintenance. We're not trying to make money. We're just trying to sell the product and have you guys looking fresh as fuck. So that's all that's about. But the people that have bought, the people that, since we did the push about a week ago to start buying shirts and merchandise, please keep buying it. It looks like after this month, they might keep the store open, but just have like one or two options up there because it wouldn't be too hard to switch that over. But we'll see what happens at the end of the month. I'll talk to Troy again. Troy's a big fan. He's a big fan of us. He's a big fan of the show. And he's
been phenomenal too.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's done everything we've asked. So
they put in a lot of effort, you know, working with us and designing shit on their time off and doing stuff. And they make quality products down there, you know. So big shout out to Creative T. Shout out to Troy, Trevor, and anybody who's bought merchandise. Buy that shit up. Look fresh. Fucking Christmas time's coming around. Get some fucking stocking stuffers. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, yeah. And even if if you haven't, again, thanks for just listening. I texted you the other day. There was a gentleman that I was speaking with at work through IM. And I'd never talked to him ever before, but I just saw that his name was linked on the account that I needed his help with. So I reached out to him. And I said, hey, thanks for all your help, blah, 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 it's done. And he's like, hey, on an unrelated note, I hear you have a podcast. And I just busted up laughing. Awesome. And I was like, yeah, actually I do. And I told him, I go, hey, if you don't mind cussing or not easily offended, it's probably the podcast for you. It's the best one out on the internet. And he's like, yeah, I'll add it to my list and check it out. So shout out to him if he's listening. Hopefully he is. Yeah, I told him like what my favorite episodes are to get him started. And thanks to the person who told him. I haven't talked to her about it, so I'm not going to say her name, but he heard it from a fellow person at work. So thanks for that. Like, that's awesome. Just getting her name out there is great. I've talked to some other people at the Husker tailgate. Since college football's back, I don't think we've had a podcast officially back. Jay Pags and I went up to the first tailgate because I didn't know if we're going to hit any this season, and talked to one person. She's like, yeah, I've checked out a couple of your podcasts. It's awesome. And she's in the Army Reserves, and she likes some of the Army talk stuff because she can relate to that stuff. So she's like, I really liked it. You guys are awesome. So I'm like, fucking sweet. I didn't even think you even knew about it. So we're reaching people. We definitely are.
Oh, yeah.
So, which is great.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I keep getting feedback, and it's awesome. Anytime, people will be like, hey, my buddy, I got two of my buddies listening to the podcast now. They love it, man. They said keep it going. And like the last episode, I told you my buddy Matt Hines out in Ohio.
Shout out Matt Hines.
Yeah, shout out Matt Hines. His two buddies, Bob and Brandon, out in Ohio, who I've met, who I've known for a long time. They started listening to the podcast. They were giving us shit because the last one we had, I believe it was episode 20, was only an hour long.
Right, yeah.
Like, dude, tell them I'm sorry, man. Like, I had a 3-hour drive after that. It was a long weekend. But, no, I'm glad people are digging it, and, yeah, we're not going to get famous. We don't plan on getting famous. We just want people to enjoy it, if you enjoy it enough to tell someone else about it, that's fucking awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, two things, dude. One, Husker football. I want to get on that because we have not had a podcast since Husker football. The second thing, though, what I got going on, I'm actually in BDC Studios, and I got something going on in my background. And there's this app, right? So I'm gonna plug the app, even though I'm not getting anything from it, but it's awesome. It's called Pluto TV, like the planet. Pluto.
Okay. Wait. Pluto's not a planet.
I guess not anymore.
I'm just fucking.
Well, whatever it is.
Them sons of bitches, it should be.
Yeah, those fucking haters, dude. Fucking haters. But it's an app on Xbox, and it's like a, I don't know what you fucking call it, but it's like almost like a cable network, but it's free.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to put any information on.
How does that work? Do they just have ads or something?
No, there's no ads on here. I don't understand how it works, dude. But so there's Pluto TV, just like on my Xbox. I have YouTube, I got Netflix, I got some music apps. So I got Pluto TV. So I'm on Pluto TV now, and when you click it, there's all these channels. There's like 30 channels on there that you could just scroll through with the Xbox remote.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's news ones, and some of the good ones like the Young Turks and shit like that that I watch. Not like NBC or Fox or any of those. They're like they're fucking good ass, like the Young Turks. So they have those, and then they have like fail videos on there, like the best gold fail videos. They got like, and then they have shit about like cats, like big cats, normal cats. They got 420 TV. They have like a wilderness channel where all it is like it shows like beautiful scenes of like deserts or whatever.
Okay.
They have documentaries, they have movies, they have old school movies. They got just a bunch of channels, and you just scroll through there and then watch whatever you want.
Is that fucking awesome?
They have two of the best channels other than the documentary channel and the Young Turks is one is like a Nerdist, I think it's Nerdist TV, and they have a lot of cosplay stuff on there. So if you like hot chicks that like cosplay, the best one is and I don't know how to pronounce it. It's KALOOPY.com, like Kalupi, and all it is models, dude. 24 hours. So right now I have the TV on, it's on mute, and all it does is showing models like stripping, dancing, posing. It's fucking incredible, dude.
Yeah, all chicks, or they got dude models up there too?
Oh, all chicks. Since they've never had any dudes on there. Fuck. Yeah, it's kind of sexist, you know what I mean? I didn't even think about that until just now. Like now I'm kind of like, you know what, this channel, I'm hyping it up. Some of the dudes, you know?
Yeah,
no,
we
it's just all beautiful women.
Lovers out there that listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shouts out
for sure. Shouts out, Spencer. Maybe Spencer could email them, kalopy.tv.com, and be like, what the fuck, where's the dudes? But until then, beautiful women on there. You can't complain about that.
No, that's awesome. That's fucking sweet. So that's weird that they have all those stations. Like, they don't advertise in between?
No,
like,
there's no commercials, dude. And it's unedited. Like every now and then they'll show a good movie or a good documentary, and it's just unedited. I don't know how it works, but
it doesn't matter. I mean, that's fucking sweet.
It's sweet.
How'd you hear about it?
You know, I think I just was looking through my available apps, you know.
Okay.
So I found out about that, and I found out about this other app. I believe it's called 9movies.tv, and all it is movies on there. And some of the movies are fresh out of the theater. I watched the other day. I don't know, but they got a shit ton of movies that are. Some of them are in theaters, and some of those are bootlegs. But it'll tell you, like you could search TV shows, you could search movies, you could search like genres, like horror, comedy, whatever, and then you can search like the best of the week, best of the month, and you could search those, and it'll tell you if it's HD, it'll tell you if it's like camera, like somebody filmed it like a bootleg, but
that's
all
great.
that shit's on there.
I know you said this, but they don't have any like NBC or CBS or any of that.
On Pluto, no. On Pluto TV, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds like it's. I mean, for free. I mean, it sounds like there's definitely enough entertainment shit. Like that's awesome.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's true.
That's fucking great.
But the movie thing, I think it's 9movies.tv. Tons of movies on there. Like Blair Witch is on there. Like movies that just came out of the theater on there, and that's all free. So I just hook up my computer to my TV. I've been watching movies on that now. And then thanks to a good friend, I got their cable login, so I'm able to watch football from my TV, from my computer to my TV. So
why don't you explain that, good friend?
All right, so I was using my sister's login because I cut cable, and I don't have any problem with cutting cable. I've said that on multiple podcasts. Cable TV is just shitty, dude. I can't handle the commercials. I can't handle like the shitty shows they put on the TV. You know, like it's all garbage. Like there's so much garbage on there. I started getting nervous around football season. Well, I was using my sister's cable login, and that would work fine. I would log on to ESPN. You could log on to Fox Sports 1. You could log on to Big Ten Network, and you could stream whatever game's on there. I would just HDMI from my TV to the computer, and I would watch that shit. Well, she canceled cable like on a Saturday.
What?
I'm like, what the
no
fuck?
warning?
No warning, dude.
What the hell,
what the fuck? Yeah, J-hole's fucking up. But anyway, you hooked me up with your Google Fiber.
Hell yeah.
So now I can watch.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So now I can watch UFC on Fox Sports 1 or Fox. I can watch, football on ESPN, the Big Ten Network, all that stuff. Yeah, dude. Thanks for hooking me up, man.
No, not a problem. That's because you asked, and we had one from our previous provider, but I was like, I don't have that information anymore. And then I was if they have a Google Fiber one, because that's what we have down here in KC, just fucking phenomenal. Their internet it's fucking awesome. I absolutely love the company. We haven't had any troubles. It's like a good solid price. It's not set to go up or down. But Google Fiber is only in set test markets. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kansas City was like the very, very first test market. So,
yeah, I remember you telling me that. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so it's great. And so, I texted you, and I was like, sorry, man. And then, like, not even 2 minutes later, you text back, you're like, hey, says they got Google Fiber, so how? I was like, yeah, allegedly, because, again, I don't, just in case.
I got you, dude.
But, yeah, so that's fucking great.
And you have Netflix, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you want to cancel it and just use mine, whatever, dude. I feel like I need to pay you back,
No, we're good. Hey, when push comes to shove, if I need to, that's the first thing I'm doing for sure, though.
Oh, yeah, do it, man. Do it. No, like, like there's all these websites now, because there's 2 more of them that I don't know off the top of my head, but you could stream TV shows, you could stream, stream, but watch TV shows, movies. There's all this shit, like cables. But pretty soon, I'm sure, like, I don't know why the fuck we're paying for the internet. I'm pretty sure the internet's just like a living thing and it's fucking free. Like, why do we have to pay to connect to it? Why can't we just fucking connect to it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
want their fucking money. So I know that would probably be years down the road, but they charge too much fucking money for internet, dude,
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking assholes, dude.
That's great.
I wanted to get into some other shit, but before I did that, like I don't know if you have an announcement you want to put on the prison calls or not. We could wait on that.
You talking about the kiddo?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely can say we don't have to be in person, but yeah, as people know, obviously my wife is pregnant. We're not fucking doing anything. She's due. It's January 22nd, and a couple weekends ago, we just found out it was September 11th, 9/11. Is actually we found out we're having a little boy, so that's fucking super exciting. So I am very excited. My younger brother, he's having a little girl, his second girl, that poor prick. So, but no, that's great. And I think I might have mentioned it in a podcast before, but like on the Pagnaski side of the family, there's 4. There's myself, my younger brother, and I have 2 first cousins, our first cousins, that we're all having kids in January. And 3 of us are having boys, and Vito is having a girl. So,
nice.
it was great, man. It's phenomenal. Like, we did a gender reveal party with family and friends, and we just had, like, I let my brother and his fiance, prepare our stuff, because, like, JPEGs and I didn't know. And we just had, we bought chalk, colored chalk, and it was just put in cups, and we just, like, spun around and just, like, threw it in the air. It was pretty sweet. And then for Maverick, they put it, he had some friends prep it for him, but they drained an egg and then put the chalk in the egg, and he really liked golf, and then he peed off, and so it just exploded, and then the pink chalk went everywhere. So that's pretty fucking sweet. And the person, we hired somebody to just take pictures. She's like a family friend, and Vito went to high school and stuff with her. I think I've said, my younger brother, his name is Maverick, but his nickname's Vito. For people who are just like, why is he saying Maverick? Why is he saying Vito? It's the same person. So just to give people heads up for that. But she took a fucking great, it's one of probably the best pictures I've ever seen, but it's like literally right as he hits the egg, and like the chalk is just exploding.
That's fucking awesome.
And she got a fucking great picture of it. It's pretty legit. So yeah, she did a great job, phenomenal job. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's exciting. I still remember the podcast where you told me J-Pax was pregnant, and then I think me and Candace both predicted that you guys were going to have a boy.
Yeah.
And, that's exciting, dude.
Yeah, we put the Twitter poll out on Nasty and Friends. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nasty and Friends. and I asked what we thought we were having. I think we ended up getting 20 votes, and I think 65% or something picked girl, that we were going to have a girl, which I think a lot of people, thought we were. So, yeah, it was pretty, thanks for everybody who voted on that. Like, that was a lot of fun, like, watching that just to see what people were thinking.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, very awesome. Like, I'm excited. Got a name picked out, so I'm not going to tell you in case you're wondering. So, but we do have a name. I had a name picked out. JPEG's had a name, and we had a conversation. If it was a girl, we knew exactly what the name was going to be.
Okay.
And if it was a boy, like I said, I had one, and she had one. And of course, it was a boy. And so we had the conversation, and we're just going to go with hers. So, which is all right. So, I mean, I like both of them. I love both of them. So, like, I'm pretty excited. I'm just excited to meet the little guys. So.
Yeah, no, that's exciting, dude. I'm happy for you guys. I can't wait. I can't wait till we do the live podcast during the birth. And,
oh yeah, it's gonna be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the interviewing the doctors and stuff is gonna be great.
Yeah, that'll be cool,
so,
man.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah,
I want to know credentials. You know, like what? Show me your credentials. Like how many times have you done this? You know, like where'd you go to school at?
Right.
You know, that kind of shit.
Credit card.
Sure. What kind of? Yeah. What kind of porn are you into right now? Like, you know, the use. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. No, what I was gonna say was, yeah, I mean, Nebraska football. We're both Husker fans.
Absolutely.
Huge Husker fans, and they, as of right now, they're fucking doing phenomenal. So they're ranked 15th.
I think they're ranked 15th. They're 4-0.
Yeah, huge win over Oregon. That was fucking great.
Yeah, dude, that was good, man.
Yeah,
they were down in that game. They didn't give up. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was yelling at the TV, and I was yelling at Tommy Armstrong. Like he's hobbling, he's cramping. I'm like, put Riker Fife in. You know what I mean? Put Riker Fife in. And then they get down. I remember that they had Oregon pinned at like the 3-yard line or something. They drove 96 yards, got a touchdown. Nebraska was down, and I'm like, fucking put Riker Fife in. And then Tommy Armstrong did what he had to do. I fucking threw a couple passes, ran the ball for a touchdown. I'm like, fuck, he did it. I just don't love like how he's inaccurate at times, and he forces the ball. Like in that game, just like a lot of the games, a lot of times, Nebraska just gets lucky. Like he forces the ball, it could easily get intercepted. And in that game, they had the one fumble on a shitty pass, on a backwards pass. Other than that, I don't think there was an interception. But it's like he forces the ball. I'm like, what the fuck? Especially if he's hobbling around. I'm like, put Riker Fife in because he can't run either, and he can throw way more accurate than Tommy Armstrong. But we'll see how the rest of the season shakes out. I mean.
Yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been fun to watch them, and it's weird. Like part of me is like I love football. It's my favorite sport to watch for sure. And then I try not to get pissed off. I mean, in the end, I really don't. But then I'm like sitting here, I'm like, who am I? Like I've played it's pretty much 3 years of high school football because I blew my knee out my senior year and only played like 2 games. But like I wasn't even good. So like me, like, come on, Tommy, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't even like make the team. I probably couldn't even make the flag football team. You know what I mean? But I mean, people have their opinions and stuff. It's still fun to cheer and stuff like that. So we're gonna give our opinions, and there could be wrong, I could be right. Go fuck yourself if you don't agree.
Yeah. If you don't agree, go fuck yourself. Yeah, no, I like Tommy Armstrong is the most prolific Husker quarterback of all time. Like he's got all sorts of records now, and he does great, and he's explosive. Other times, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, what are you doing? So it's frustrating, but no, it's all fun. Like I love college football. I love the Big Ten. The Big Ten had huge weeks. Week 1, and then
oh my god,
the week the week 1 was huge, and then the week 3 when Nebraska played Oregon was even a bigger weekend.
Yeah.
Because and I think both weekends, the first weekend, 2 Big Ten teams lost, and I want to say week 3 only 2 Big Ten teams lost again. One of them was Iowa playing North Dakota State, which isn't a gimme. Anybody that knows college football is like, why would you schedule North Dakota State?
Yeah.
Like that's a no win. Like it's stupid. And Iowa won, and I got some good buddies at what's Iowa or love Iowa, and I'm like,
you mean Iowa lost?
Yeah, Iowa lost. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Iowa lost. Yeah, they did lose. North Dakota State kicked they went. I love it, dude. They scored. They went for 2 to take the lead. They missed that. They were down 1, stopped Iowa, got the ball back, and then they kicked a field goal as time expired. And all my Iowa friends, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm not even making fun of you. Like, I want the Big Ten to do well. And at this point,
absolutely.
At that point in the day, I think I fucking smoked a brisket that day. I had some people over, and fuck, it was incredible. But that day, I'm looking at Iowa lost. A couple other teams are struggling. I think Michigan was struggling against Colorado. And I'm like, this could be a horrible day for the Big Ten.
Right,
that was the day. That was the day Ohio State played Oklahoma at Oklahoma in Norman, and then Michigan State played Notre Dame in Indiana. So I'm like, fuck, the Big Ten could get their ass whooped all day. And then they're going to be back to all the Big Ten's overrated. They suck and they need to get better. But Big Ten fucking won out other than Iowa. And then I can't remember the other team that lost. I want to say it was Indiana, Illinois. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
I don't remember either. But, yeah, I mean, it is. It's awesome that the conference is doing great.
Oh, my God. It was huge, man.
You know, I like to see other teams. I like to see Michigan State do well. And I know a lot of people like Ohio State like to root against them and stuff, but they're not playing the Huskers. I would like to see them do well, you know.
Absolutely.
I would like to get as many bowl wins as possible for the Big Ten. It's great for the conference. So, and it's all – like football season. I just put this on Twitter, on my personal Twitter. I had a friend who, because Spencer and I were huge, when it comes to pro, we're huge Chiefs fans. Kansas City Chiefs fans, and so you're definitely not bandwagon there. Vito's a Chiefs fan. A bunch of our friends are Chiefs fans, and so, you know, a couple of years ago they went, I don't remember what the record was, but however many games without a wide receiver touchdown, and they finally scored. And NFL memes put up a thing, was like, you know, 2 things in history happened today, something about some space thing, and then, you know, Chiefs wide receiver scored a touchdown finally. And so that came up on another friend's Facebook, and so she tagged us in it. She's like, hey, I'm sorry about it. I was like, no, like, facts are facts. You can't get pissed off at that. And I'm like, what? Like, that's what football season's for, is to give each other shit. So, yeah, of course, if you're a fan of Iowa or Kansas or K-State or Bama or whoever, it doesn't matter. Like, unless you're a Husker fan, I'm going to give you shit. But, I mean, it's just, like, to me, it's like you cheer who you cheer for. You like your team, I don't care why. It doesn't matter to me, and I enjoy that, giving each other shit. So. Oh, for sure. But yeah, like I said, you want to see the Big Ten, the conference, do well, very, very well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it hurts to, like, cheer for Michigan or Ohio State, you know. But if they're playing out of conference, especially like a Michigan State team playing Notre Dame, like, I hate fucking Notre Dame. You know that. And I hate Notre Dame. They're so fucking overrated. Like, now they're I believe they're 1-3.
They're 1-3.
Yeah, they lost to Texas, they lost to Michigan State, and then they lost to who they play last Saturday. Duke, maybe? I think it was Duke.
Yeah.
They're 1-3. They'll still be in the top 25, dude. And Notre Dame's so fucking overrated. But yeah, like, and then like Oklahoma State, Ohio State playing Oklahoma at home after they had already lost and they're trying to rebound. Like, games like that are huge, and Big Ten's got respect now. Like, everybody's sucking Big Ten's dick, and I'm like, motherfucker, I've been saying that. I've been saying that shit, you know?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's great to see him do well, and yeah, for sure. I mean, who do you think at this point? Who do you think is the best looking team in college football?
In college football?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. I'll give you 4. How about that? I'm gonna go Ohio State is in there, and Bama is in there all day. As much as I hate to say it, dude, because I hate SEC, I hate Bama. The SEC is overrated. They have not had a good season so far, but Bama is legit. They, you know, that same week 3, they played Ole Miss. Okay. And Ole Miss was fucking taking it to them, and then Alabama came back, dude, and they ended up winning that shit. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna say Bama. I'm gonna say Ohio State. You know, I'm not sold on Louisville. I'm not sold on Clemson.
Yeah, but you got. I mean, they're hot though. I mean, like
they're hot.
I mean, I know we're only four teams in, but I think the Louisville Clemson game this weekend is gonna be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I hope so,
dude.
Anyway.
Yeah, that, and then Washington plays Stanford, I think, Friday. I want to say that's Friday, dude. Friday night. I'll be off, so watch that shit at home. I think it's a late game, maybe 8 or 9. I'll stay off of that shit. But, yeah, that's a big game. I didn't know Washington was that good, but, yeah, they're top 10. And Stanford, of course, they're like number 7.
Yeah.
So whoever wins that game, they could definitely move up to 5 or whatever. But, Yeah, Louisville or Clemson. I would probably say the winner of that is in the top 4, and then other than that, I don't know who's in that range right now. I guess,
yeah. I mean, that's the crazy thing. Like college football, I mean, I guess like with the NFL, I mean, it's just so crazy. Like you just never know who's gonna. I mean, that's why they play the games, obviously. You never know who's gonna like win from week to week. Do you think the Huskers deserve 15, ranked 15 as of right now? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like rankings now. It doesn't matter really. I think where they're at. As long as you went out, you control your own destiny. I'm not a big fan of preseason college football rankings. Like, they always come up with the preseason college football rankings, and it's like, motherfucker, you don't know. Like, these are kids. A lot of them are graduated. Like, who are you to say who's ranked what? And then they're always full of shit. Like Florida State was like number 2. Oklahoma was number 4. They got 2 losses. Notre Dame always in the top 10. They got 3 losses. Like the preseason rankings, I think are fucking bullshit. But now I don't know. I think it is important for some teams. Like I don't know where Houston's at. I know they got a game this weekend. But if you don't have a tough schedule, wherever you're ranked means a lot because you're not going to move up beating easy teams. Where the rest of the conferences, everybody's got tough teams, and they're going to probably win or lose, so it doesn't matter too much where you're ranked at. But
yeah, that's kind of what my thoughts are. So I just like to watch the games.
Oh, absolutely,
just let it play out as it plays out. So it's been good. It's football season's always awesome.
Oh my God, dude, yeah.
Like the more. Like, I think you've said this, and you've probably been this way for years, but I just remember specifically, like, a couple of years ago. I mean, I say couple, I mean, it could have been like 5-6 years ago. You fucking know how time goes. But I love going to games. There's nothing like going to a Husker game, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, I mean, there's people all around the United States who say that even if you're not a Husker fan, just to be in Memorial Stadium, here in the Tunnel Walk, like, it's phenomenal. But man, there's fucking nothing like watching the game when you're at home. And I just remember you saying it. You're like, fuck yeah, I got my own bathroom. It's right there. I don't have to pay $20 for a drink. I can do home pours here. Get to cook whatever food that we want. I even think like you would go to, most of the time when you go to a Husker game, don't you usually leave at halftime or something?
I think the last maybe 2 I went to. But for me, I'm not I don't love being around a fuck ton of people. Like, I know I work. It's weird to say because I work at the arena part-time.
Right.
Like, I work at, but it's different. I think it's different if you're working.
Yeah.
Like, personally, I don't like being around a fuck ton of people. I get anxious. Especially when there's not a lot of room. And I love being at home. I know there's nothing like that atmosphere of being
absolutely.
At the Memorial Stadium when it's fucking going. And it's exciting as fuck. But like me, I'm like, you know what? I love it. I've seen it. I appreciate it. But no, for me, I love being at home. Especially when I had cable, dude, I would watch like 8 games at a time. I just flip through the channels. I could pause the game. I could go to the bathroom. I could eat. I could, I don't have to wait in line for anything. I got my feet kicked back. I don't have to sit in 2 hours of traffic there, 2 hours of traffic back. Standing in line, people bumping into me. I don't like people fucking touching me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, I love being there. I like maybe to go to like one Husker game a year. I don't think I would ever want season tickets.
No.
I mean, if I did, it's just so I can give them to like friends and stuff like that. But I mean, I agree with you there. But then it's just like once I get into the stadium and I'm there, and then Tunnel Walk starts, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be anywhere else in my life.
Oh, no, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's exciting, and I see that, and I know people that have season tickets, and I ain't hating. I think that's them. Like me, I'm more like, do I really want to drive 2 hours in traffic? Do I really want to fucking sit in line? Do I really want to be feel like a sardine and people bumping into me and like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just stay home. Like, I watch it on TV. And then like the other thing is like I want to watch the other games. Like I've said it before. Like I'll watch College Game Day at 9. Watch that for 2 hours. The games start at 11, and I'll watch them till the late game. Like the West Coast games get done at 11, or some of them will start at 9. They'll get done at midnight. I could sit and watch them all day and just flip through channels and watch. Like that's how I am. Like if you add a game, they give you updates of the games. But like I like to watch some of the other games, some of the other big games. So no, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I could do one game. And I could stay for the game. Sometimes I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna beat the traffic. I'm gonna get home. Like I'm getting fucking
true. Especially since you don't live there and you have to drive out, man. It's fucking bitch.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I can see that. I just remember you saying that, and it just sticks with me. Like where you're cooking, I don't know, maybe it's just like you get all your family and friends over and stuff, and it's just a good fucking time. So
dude, for me, it's a good time. Even if I'm by myself, dude, I'd still be watching 12 hours of football. I'd still be on the recliner. I'd still be cooking. Like yeah, dude, that's just me. Like sometimes I just need like my personal space, and that's just me, dude. But no, But being at I knew a bunch of people from work and friends that went to the Oregon game, and they said it was fucking crazy, you know. And plus it's this time of year when it's just great weather. It's not, you know. Oh my God, dude, it's awesome.
Yeah, the past couple of years we've gone to a Chiefs game, and it's like we either always go in December or like fucking late November, and it's always freezing. Or the game we went to last year, it wasn't really that cold.
Wasn't it the Denver game?
Quarter. No, we went to the Chargers game where it fucking rained like 80 inches or whatever. It's fucking insane. I mean, yeah, it's fun, but it's just like I hate the cold. The older and older I get, the more and more I hate the cold personally. And so then, you know, just going out to a game and, you know, you're just fucking shivering. But I don't know, there's something about tailgating and shit like that too. So it's all just depends on the day, I suppose. And
I agree.
Not even really. Then it's just like once you get there, like, oh yeah, I'd rather be here than at home. Or or you watch the game, you see it's shitty. Oh, I'm so glad I stayed home.
Whatever you're happy, man. I just love, like I've said it before, like this time of year with the weather now, man. I got the windows open. Weather's great. Halloween's coming. You got fall. You got football. Yeah, dude, it's the best time of year for me.
Yeah, I enjoy Halloween. I wish I was better at like costumes and shit.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, it's fun. I like, especially like downtown Lincoln, because I lived in Lincoln forever. Just going down there like on Halloween or the Halloween weekend, and just the costumes that you see, man, it's fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just so great. I saw a guy legit dressed up like Lieutenant Dan, like in a wheelchair, and he like had his legs. I don't know how he stayed like that all night, but he had his legs up where, I mean, you could tell they were in his pants, but he didn't look like he had legs. I saw a guy dressed up exactly like Ace Ventura, the one where he had like the pink tutu, like costume to a T. It was
that's
great.
Awesome.
But I'm thinking there's going to be, and then I'm not saying this whatsoever in any bad way, but I think there's going to be 1 million Harley Quinns this year, and I cannot wait.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that. Bloody Halloween chicks are hot. Harley Quinn, she's hot right now. I agree with you. There's going to be a bunch of those.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe that's what we should dress up as.
Yeah, that's a great fucking idea. That's a great idea, man. Yeah, man, I love it. I love it.
Definitely.
So speaking of the Chiefs, what do you think? What's going on? What's going on with them?
I don't know. I mean,
are they 1-2 right now?
Yeah, I believe so. It's fucking. It's insane. You know, they came back week one. Like, it was down 21 points. It's the biggest comeback. And I didn't even get to see the comeback because we were doing our gender reveal party.
I know. I was at a junior football game.
Yeah.
And I was just watching that in the crowd, and I'm kind of going back on my phone, and I saw that they were coming back, and then I'm like, holy shit! And I saw that they won.
Yeah, no, they're 2-1 because I'm the fuck I was thinking. So they won that game, and then they fucking lost to the Texans, which they played like shit. But then this last game against the Jets, they had like the 8 turnovers and like 6 interceptions against the fucking Jets quarterback. So yeah, they're 2-1 now. But it just depends. It just like with college football, it just depends on what team shows up. The NFL's crazy. Like. You know, the Seattle was doing okay, then they fucking lost to the Rams. Like, are you kidding me? Like, dude. It's just, it's crazy. But, yeah, I mean, I love the Chiefs. It's fun watching. Alex Smith gives me a heart attack every fucking game. But yeah,
dude, he's reliable, man. I like Alex Smith. I like the Chiefs. I hope they do good, you know. I definitely don't pay as close attention as college.
Right.
But, no, it's still football. I still watch it, you know. Yeah, I got to go for the Chiefs, man. I hate the Cowboys, and they're fucking doing pretty good. I hate New England. They're always going to do good, and there's certain teams I watch, and I like to see, like, teams like Oakland. I like Cleveland. I know they're 0-3. They're always fucking, but it'd be nice to see them do better, and I always go for the underdog teams, you know, Detroit. Cleveland. The Rams, I think they got a shot. I watched Hard Knocks on HBO at work, and the Rams, I don't know if they got a shot or not, but it's cool to see them back in LA, I guess.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Can't believe I said they were 1-2. It's probably because the loss that they had was so bad. It seemed like
it seemed like there was no way they were going to come back. Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, it's fun, man. I love the NFL. I do. For me, I love college football, but if you have just two random college teams playing, or just probably two of the worst NFL teams, I would pick the NFL teams just because I feel like I know the players more.
Oh yeah,
when it comes like that. I mean, nobody wants to really watch the Browns versus the Dolphins unless you live in that area. But I would probably watch them over two podunk college teams. But again, it's because I know the players and shit on there. So
I agree with that.
It's fucking insane. What's up with all college football people going for twos all the fucking time? I mean, I
don't know, man.
I've seen more of that in the NFL as well, and then Oregon screwed themselves by going for the twos and not making it and shit. So
I like that, and it's aggressive. I don't know what NFL game I was at the other day, but I saw a couple risky plays, and that's usually not the case in the NFL. It's usually way more conservative. But the Oregon style of ball, and then Virginia Tech, back when they had Frank Beamer, the Beamer ball, when they were big on fourth down. Going on fourth down, they're big on special teams was their big thing, playing on special teams, forcing turnovers, and then going for two. I love that. I love just playing aggressive like that, And Oregon did. If they didn't keep doing that, that might have been a different outcome. And of course, if Nebraska didn't fumble on the backwards pass, that was a 14-point swing, and then I think Oregon missed a field goal too. So there's a lot of factors in there, but no, I love, and then Mike Riley going, for two back in the Northwestern game and a couple times in the Oregon game. I love that, man, especially if you're in your own territory. Gutsy calls, man. You might not make it, and then it's gonna suck, but just to be fuck, we're doing this. I love that from him. So far, I got no complaints about Mike Riley, man. Done.
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job. It's great, way better than I could ever do.
Yeah, I think a little bit better. He's a gangster though. He's a gangster, man.
Definitely. Oh, fuck, good shit. I know we were talking the other day. You said that you just recently finished up Stranger Things, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. And that's kind of right up your alley with. I mean, it's not really scary, but the sci-fi stuff. I thought watching it because I got to watch it. Before you did, I thought you was something that you would enjoy. Like I said, I know it's not scary on your side, but I was I just think Spicy would enjoy this.
Dude, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know if you were the one that was hey, you should watch this, or multiple people did. I can't remember, but me and Candace were fuck it, we'll do it. It's 8 episodes. I can commit to 8 episodes if it's something where I still we always talk about. I got a shit ton of stuff on my watch list on Netflix, and then shit like Dexter, which multiple people watch it, but I'm motherfucker, that's 7 seasons or some shit. I don't have time. There's no way I could do it, But something like this, multiple people are watch it, so I watched it. Dude, I loved it, man. I loved it.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I think J-Pax and I got it done in a week.
Yeah, same here.
Just watch a couple of episodes a night, and it's phenomenal, man. It's great. I didn't know what it was really about. I mean, I saw a lot of people talking about it because the thing is there's TV shows that JPEGs and I watch on Netflix, and then there's shows that I just watch because I stay up later than she does, so I can watch a couple episodes there. And so we were finishing up. I think it was Orange is the New Black, the latest season of that or something. Okay. And then I was well, everybody's talking about Stranger Things, so we'll jump into that next. And so we did. It's fucking. I didn't know was it Winona Ryder? Is that her name?
Yeah, Winona Ryder, man.
She's in it, which is she did great. So everybody
awesome.
Everybody did phenomenal. I love them all. Everybody did absolutely outstanding. So.
Yeah, no, I loved it. The theme, Winona Ryder was one of the things on my ass. She's in it. She's awesome. I don't know if you watched a lot of movies, growing up. She's older.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she was fucking great. The movie Heathers is on Netflix. Me and Candace just watched that with Christian Slater, and they're high school kids. They start faking other people's suicides. It's a dark, just a different kind of movie.
Yeah.
Classic. I don't want to say 80s or early 90s. I can't remember. I want to say it's 89. I might be way off. It might be 94. I want to say it's 89, dude. That's the way I'm sticking to. But no, dude, it's fucking great. Winona Ryder in her prime, you know. And this, she did great. I loved Stranger Things. Everything about it, man. Like the music, the 80s theme, the 80s dress, the 80s, the houses, everything about it. And
the kids were great, man.
The kids were so good. They're so fucking good in there, dude. I'm excited for season 2 to come out, you know?
Yeah, it's funny. So I saw on on Facebook that they did the season 2 trailer, you know, just like that 30-second clip. And a lot of the times, like one of my favorite things, and I've mentioned this before, but when I go to a YouTube video or I see anything on Facebook, whether it's like a meme or something, if I like it, I go into it and I usually look at like the top rated, like the most liked comment, because the shit is usually pretty solid. Yeah. And I give this guy credit. I don't remember his name. Because it's been a while since I've seen it, but the top-rated comment had like thousands upon thousands of likes. It said, and I love it because the way that he put two things together, but he said, on a scale from 1 to 10, this series was an 11. And he spelt out the word 11. Oh my God, awesome. I was fucking cracking up.
11, she was my favorite character on the show, I think.
Yeah, she was awesome. She did great. Yeah. I like I'm horrible with names and stuff, but the kid that was missing the front teeth with the curly hair and the hat.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he was probably like my favorite. Something about seeing kids cuss. I mean, I know they're a little bit older, but when they're like, oh shit, like that stuff always cracks me up. It's so funny. That's why I like when what's her face in Kick-Ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember that when she's like, "What's up, you cunts," or whatever she said. Like, when I almost shit myself when she legit said that because I didn't know that was in the movie, and so I'm like, "That's just so funny, man."
And I can't think of her name, but I like her. I just watched Bad Neighbors 2.
Okay. Yeah. She's in it.
She's in it on that app I was talking about, 9movies.tv.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the first one, dude.
No.
You know, a lot of the same characters, but it's not as good as the first one. But it's still entertaining. But yeah, I like her. Kick-Ass is fucking awesome. And then with Stranger Things, they're kids. It's not like they're teenagers, and like in some TV shows, or whatever, they hire adults. They're like play teenagers, whatever. They're kids. Yeah. I've seen a couple like BuzzFeed videos with them on it, like get interviewed and do other shit. They're just fucking kids, and they're good. The acting's solid, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. Like we watched Fear of the Walking Dead, and I think the kid who plays Chris, like he's got a pretty big part in the series right now, and he's supposed to be playing a 16-year-old, and I think in real life he's like 20 or 21. I mean, he looked like he could definitely be 16, but like I know what you're saying. Like they're not like young-looking adults. I mean, they're really kids.
No, they're just they're kids, man. They're teenagers, and they're great actors. They make the show. I mean, they. With everything around it, the 80s music, the theme, the dress, the toys they play with, all that shit. But they're great actors. I mean, for being kids, that's tough, man. But great. Fuck, I think we were like, fuck, we'll give it a shot. We watched one episode, and we're like, all right, yep, we're obviously in. But then we watched 2 episodes the first night, and then finished it, a couple episodes each night, and got it done in like a week. Solid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great, dude. Netflix is fucking baller, man. They come out with so many good documentaries, so many good shows on their own. I mean, how many shows do they have where actors or the show themselves have won Emmys and stuff? It's like, it's awesome. It's great. They're even with Chelsea Handler, she has a show that comes out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't watch it, but they're even doing stuff like that, like weekly shows, talk shows and stuff. So it's great.
That's big. I mean, how many people have Netflix compared to cable?
I mean, even on top of cable. I mean, I know they're raising their prices and shit, but still, I don't know. I guess for me, $10 a month. I mean, that's not bad at all.
No,
all the stuff, especially because I never watched Breaking Bad until we got Netflix. Because I'd like to start stuff off at the beginning, and I always heard it was good after the first season, but we never watched Sons of Anarchy while it was on, so we watched that on Netflix, and that's how we got caught up on Walking Dead. So yeah, I mean, there's millions of shows, and if you like documentaries, more comedians are coming out with stand-ups on, which, by the way, last night I watched Eliza Schlesinger's new stand-up.
Dude, I was just going to ask you that. It's on my watch list. I saw on Twitter or something that you said you watched it. How was it? Because the last 2 were fucking great.
Okay. Honestly, and I've talked to 2. I talked to my brother, Mikey, and then I talked to Spencer because he watched it this morning. it's her best stand-up that she has out.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, I mean, it's like some of her points, like, I don't think she's like one of the greatest or anything by any means, but anybody who could get up on a stage, whether you're an open micer or you're somebody like Bill Burr who's done it a million times, like, you get my respect no matter what, and I'll watch it. I'll watch it. There's just, you know, some comedians that I don't like. I just don't like their style. I love Eliza Fletcher. I think she's phenomenal.
Same here.
She did great. She has her ending bit is about Shark Tank, the show Shark Tank.
Okay.
I was fucking, I was crying. I was laughing because, like, I like when I'm a very like hyper guy. I like talk a lot. Like, I haven't sat down this whole like prison call. I just been walking.
I do the same thing. I've been walking around. I've been sitting down, walking around. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Like, I mean, she's like, when she's acting out and like, it's, you'll enjoy it. I mean, if not, like, to me, like, kind of the middle, and it gets just like a little choppy for me personally. I still think overall it is great. I gave it 4 stars. I mean, there's not very many 5-star stand-ups that I give out. Okay. So my rating system is I give no less than a 2 because it's a matter of respect to anybody who can put something together because it's something that I couldn't do. But but yeah, I mean, it's right in there. If I could give like 4.5, I probably would have given it. It's her best one. It's awesome seeing her get better and better with every stand-up. So it is absolutely worth it. Watch it. It's called Eliza Schlesinger Confirmed Kills.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. So yeah, she absolutely killed it. It was great.
Yeah, I might be watching that. Tonight after the prison calls, dude.
Oh, dude, you should. Dude, text me when you do. So I'll be up for a while as well. But yeah, you have to, man. It's great. And like I love comedy that you can relate. And she's a big feminist and she talks a lot about that. And I'm not a chick, but a lot of stuff that she said, I was like, yeah, like I'm not a chick and I know that. You know, like type of like funny stuff. So yeah, she's great. All of her stand-ups you should check out if you haven't.
No, I have. Yeah. She was on Joe Rogan's podcast, promoting. I can't remember what the fuck the name of it was. The second one that's on Netflix. Mm-hmm. So I listened to the podcast. This was like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and I thought she was great. So I watched that one, and I watched the one she had previous, the one she filmed in Austin, and both of them were fucking. I thought they were great. So if this is their best one, you think? Yeah, I was excited to watch it anyway. I have it on my watch list. Just been busy. Yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to watching it. I was going to watch it anyway, but now I'm definitely looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, you should, man. I can't wait. I'm trying to think of because I didn't even know she was coming out with a new one. I just saw it on my list, and so I got to jump into it. But I know Joe Rogan, it's October 21st or 23rd, whatever that Friday is in that week. He has a new stand-up coming out on Netflix.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's the 21st. I just looked it up. Yeah, the 21st. Okay. The title of it's called Joe Rogan Triggered.
Oh, my God, dude. That's going to be great.
Yeah, because I know I have not heard this bit, but I've heard him talking about it and other people, like when they're on his podcast, saying that he has a bit, which I know it might be like, obviously it takes a couple years to develop a bit and stuff, but he has a bit about Caitlyn Jenner. And I know the premise of it, and so I cannot wait. And I would almost guarantee that it's going to be on this stand-up. So
I'm sure.
I cannot wait. He's absolutely great. I know he has one stand-up. It's from like the 90s or something that's on Netflix. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
You know, I've heard some people say it's not the greatest, so I really wasn't into it. But then he came out with Live at the Tabernacle, which I think you can get. I think it's free on YouTube now. I think somebody had uploaded the whole hour, which is great. And then his most recent one came out a couple of years ago on Comedy Central, and it's called Rocky Mountain High, I think. Yeah, the one he
filmed in Colorado.
The one he filmed in Denver. That one, he just gets, just like with most great comedians, they just get better and better and better.
Absolutely.
I know it's going to be straight fire. I cannot wait till October 21st for when that comes out. So.
Yeah, and I'm so glad he's dropping it on Netflix. He's smart. He's fucking smart.
Well, I think he saw like how Netflix, like for a couple of reasons. One, they were awesome with Tony Hinchcliffe when he put out his, like Tom Segura put out his recent one, and then like with Bill Burr, like most all of his stand-ups are on there, and Bill Burr does a Netflix like cartoon. It's called F is for Family. Have you ever seen F is for Family yet?
Yeah, I think I watched all but like the last 2 episodes. I've been sitting on that.
It's good. There is a second season coming out, but it's just Netflix is so good. Like from what they say, a lot of them, they're just hands off. Like, do what you want to do. Like, we're going to put some input, and they're just fun to work with. Again, just based off of, like, the podcast that I've listened to and stuff. But, yeah, so I'm glad that it's a great place to put out. I know Netflix just released, what the fuck's his name? I just watched it. It's, like, from 85. Sam Kinison.
Oh, shit, I saw that's on there. I saw watch this.
Oh, watch it, man. Oh,
I've probably seen it before when I was a kid, but I'd watch that again.
I can't think of what the actual stand-up is called, but I think it's the only Sam Kinison one on there. So, you should check it out. I mean, he's absolutely great as well.
Sam Kinison, he's a legend. Also, Eddie Griffith is on there. Or Eddie Griffin is on there.
Yeah, Eddie
Griffin. One of the ones you showed, we watched together. When you were here, we started watching on like YouTube. That's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
It's from a few years ago. But I think he starts off talking about like Michelle Obama's arms and all that shit.
Oh yeah, that's like his. I don't remember the name of it, but his opening line when he comes out, it's just. I can't obviously do it any justice. I'm gonna tell you because it's been out there, but
you're more of a Cat Williams impersonator.
Yeah, obviously. But, he comes out and he's like, "I want to fuck Michelle Obama," and he fucking lights a cigarette. Oh my god, it's such a line.
That one.
It's like, it's great. Yeah,
I haven't finished it. That was the day you came over, and I think I worked like. I just remember we started the podcast. I remember just being tired. I think I worked like a 24-hour shift and then worked part-time, and I'm just like, I'm trying to get going for this, but I'm just beat. We were watching that, so I haven't finished that, so I'm going to watch that. And then also, Cedric the Entertainer has like some new shit that's on Netflix that I got on my watch list that I'm going to watch. Cause
it's on my watch list too. I haven't seen it yet. So
It's been years since I've seen him, so maybe he's still that good, or maybe he fell off. Or
people's perspective changed. Like I watched, I was a huge fan of the Blue Collar Comedy Tour when that came out. Like years, like when I was in high school, loved it. It was like Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh yeah.
They have a new one that came out. I watched it, and it was. I think I gave it like 3 stars or something.
No, I remember seeing that on there. I saw that on there, and it had like 2 or 3 stars. I'm like, I'm not even gonna watch it.
I mean, it's okay. Like, there's some obviously good parts where I end up busting up laughing, but I just my style in comedy has changed from that. I mean, what they do is still phenomenal. I mean, they're legends in their own right, hands down. But I mean, it was all right. I mean, got some good chuckles out of it. So
good.
Yes, sir. Well, we've been going at it for here about an hour. Probably should call night and see what the old JPEGs is up to. She's probably glad I've just been in the room this whole time.
Yeah.
But I guess before we get out of here, do you have any shout-outs or fuck yous you want to give on this prison call?
Oh, plenty, dude. I haven't run them down, but they'll come to me pretty quick. Before that, though, I did want to just say, hey, we're still, if you guys are listening, we're still doing a death pool. I know we got plenty of time. It starts January 1st. We want to have it set up before then. We have a few people that are in. We just want to know how many people are in for sure. If you're interested in a death pool, just hit us up. Let us know. Hit us up offline. We'll get you in. Excuse me. Our plan is to get everybody in like a group email, a group text, figure out a name for it, figure out how much everybody wants to pay for whatever winner, to pay in, to figure out who gets money for winner, second place, third place, last place, however we want to do it. We'll figure out as a group. But hit us up with the death pool. I'm starting to talk to more people out of the podcast and being like, hey, are you in? And reminding people. But yeah, hit us up. Hit us the fuck up.
Yeah, absolutely. Shoot us an email at nastyandfriends@gmail.com.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Pluto TV, and I will get a shout out to I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It's like Kalupi TV with the models. I've been watching it the whole time. I've hardly been listening to you. Like Jesus
I don't blame
Christ.
You.
And then I got a shout out. I don't think I could give it because it has to do with somebody in our like the governor of the state we live in, and I want to say fuck you to him, but I don't think I can because I don't think I could do it because people have been getting in trouble for saying shit and on social media or whatever. If I could, I would say fuck you. Like, you're racist, you're a bad person, and you don't care about people. But I can't do it, so I'm not going to say it. Do you have any shouts out or fuck yous?
Yeah, I do. Definitely shouts out to one particular kid I was going to say one particular kid in particular, which didn't fucking sound right in my head. So, no, but he's been listening to us since day one. Bubba, I just want to give a shout out to him because he's been supportive. He's sent in some questions to us, and on September 10th he got married, which is fucking awesome. And what I loved about it is he's from I'm from a small town of like 200 people. He had his reception there in the volunteer. Like the firefighter hall, they moved all the vehicles out, and like that's where the reception was. And our small town of like 200 people hasn't seen that many people in a long time. Like where they blocked off like right out in front of where they park all of the engines and stuff. Yeah. And so it was like pretty much like a street dance. Like I had like a DJ and stuff, awesome. And so it's fucking awesome. So congratulations and shout out to him for supporting us and just getting married. That poor bastard. So. Yeah. And it's awesome. Like I've talked we're really close with all his family and stuff. And like I said, I was going around saying this town hasn't seen this many people since there was like a small, like little league team there. And, that's when I was playing there. So it's been years. Damn. So that was cool, man. It was awesome to see. And just to get to see people I haven't seen in years and just to bring the town together, I thought was really fucking awesome. So, that's super cool. I'm sure he'll probably be in the death pool too. So he likes to do all our stuff. Oh, and that was another thing he did. I totally forgot this story. So in episode 16, you know how I stuck Spencer with the 1-2-3 game? Yeah. He had texted me this story like after he listened to it, and I can't remember where he works, and I wouldn't say it even if I did remember. Right, but he was listening to the podcast, and he had his headphones in. And I don't remember the exact details, but I think like some higher ups were like walking around, and when we go 1, 2, 3, 4, as soon as we both said 4, he goes, "Oh shit!" Like, yelled out loud, and then they like, I don't know if they like scolded him. They're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "My bad." He's like, "You don't like the 1, 2, 3? Never mind. Just forget." So like that's awesome. I think that's hilarious, awesome. And in my opinion. So shout out to him. I don't have any fuck yous. Right now, I'd probably just go along with your fuck you. I 100% agree with your fuck you. I'll definitely think of some better ones next time.
We're a person in Caesar.
Definitely. But, hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time out. We get this prison call done. So
you too, brother. It's good talking to you. And I'll get some content out there for people who want to listen.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get this up hopefully here in the next couple days, and we'll go from there. Again, we're at Nasty and Friends on Twitter and Instagram. Send us questions. We're going to need some questions for sure. I think there's 2 questions in there now. I think maybe one person might have sent multiple questions because the person who does usually sends multiple questions. So we're going to need some for Q&A when we get there. So
for sure.
Again, guys, appreciate it. Remember, life is simple. Don't be a dick. Nice flips.
Hello, Rob Long here with your weekly animal update. The common bottlenose dolphin is gray in color and may be between 6.6 and 13.1 feet long. It weighs between 330 to 1,430 pounds. Males are generally larger and heavier than females. In most parts of the world, the adult's length is between 2.5 to 3.5 meters, or 8.2 to 11.5 feet, with weight ranging between 440 and 1,100 pounds. Newborn calves are between 2 foot 7 inches and 4 foot 7 inches long and weigh between 33 and 66 pounds. They can live as long as 40 to 50 years. Common bottlenose dolphins live in groups called pods that typically number about 15 individuals, but group size varies from pairs of dolphins to over 100 or even occasionally over 1,000 animals for a short period of time. Their diets consist mainly of eels, squid, shrimp, and a wide variety of fishes. They do not chew their food, instead swallowing it whole. Dolphin groups often work as a team to harvest schools of fish, though they also hunt individually. Dolphins search for prey primarily using echolocation, which is a form of sonar. They emit clicking sounds and listen for the return echoes to determine the location and shape of nearby items, including potential prey. Signing off for Pagnasty and Brown, this has been a weekly animal update, as always brought to you by John Jameson and Sons. I'm Rob Long. Go fuck yourself.
Original bad boy.